Okay, well, what should I say? Happy Saturday. Good morning, world. This is morning in my country, Cameroon. I am Maria Banga, your psychotherapist and lawyer, motivational speaker. So many things in one, but most especially a mother. And it is from a place of what? I don't know what to call this place where I am. That I am doing this video today. Um, yeah, I decided to keep it real, put myself all out there in any capacity I deem, as a person with a lived experience of mental health, as a mother, a single mother, struggling to kind of make ends meet and emotionally and everything spiritually. Um, yeah, I think that if I cry, I cry, right? I think that if we don't tell people what we are going through, people will think, oh, well, everything is fine. You have it all put together. You are strong. And people will just keep reaching out and expecting you to keep pouring into them, taking care of them, of their needs and everything. And sometimes you don't take care of yourself or of your children, and that is like for me the most important thing, right? This motherhood for me is like if you are blessed to become a mother, then that's frankly speaking the primary thing to do. And then well, of course, alongside taking care of your children, you take care of yourself, because you need to actually take care of yourself so you can take care of them, and then well, take care of all the other things you take care of. Sometimes we find ourselves immersed in maybe taking care of other things, all the other things that demand our attention, and not paying as much attention to our own children or to ourselves. Sometimes we are forced to stop and pay that attention, like when they fall sick. I'm not being forced. I love my children a lot. I pay a lot of attention to my children, um, as I do to myself, But when one is sick, it's like I'm sick too. And, I just try to hold it up, get it all together so that I can help them, the best I can. But I myself just feel like crumbling. And this is really the case for me today. My third son, my angel Gabriel, he came down with a temperature on Thursday evening, and I gave him some home remedy, and he was feeling much better on Friday yesterday. And he went to school, came back, and like children, just went out and played and stuff, and then came back and said the neighbors had invited him to go with them to something merry-go-round or stuff. And then came back, and then well, later in the evening the temperature came back. And sometimes they also want to be strong, don't want to worry you and stuff. I was already in bed, just feeling one kind. And then well, I gave him some medication, and then he came to my room to sleep, and that's not a good sign, because he doesn't normally sleep in me and doesn't want to anyway. So, and then he was really hot, and there was nothing I could do at that time, 10, 11. What am I going to do, apart from giving more palliatives and take his temperature and just be say, Father, please, 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 just praying and just keeping vigil and just wishing for morning. Before 6, I was already up, ready to go out, look for the nearest pharmacy and get him something to eat. Although he really did not even eat because he said he didn't have appetite. So I'm tired, and I don't even know how to. I don't even think I want to explain to my neighbor why I can't attend her child's wedding or something like that. It's true that, oh, there was so much anticipation, and I was telling myself, you haven't been to a wedding in the past 5 years, maybe just go for this one. And they even had some uniform. I had sewn mine since like 2 months ago, hanging there on the wardrobe, but I can't wear it today. I can't take myself to go and be dilly-dallying or hanging around with people when because he can be feeling better now and in the next hour or anytime. But I mean, there'll be no peace of mind anyway if I go to any place today. It's like I just want to stay in this room, stay in this house, and just kind of keep an eye, and then do what I have to do. Uh, if I have to take him to the hospital, you really don't want to, especially now with COVID and all kinds of things. And yeah, I mean, times are not also so easy, but if I have to take my son to the hospital, I'm going to take him to the hospital. But I'm just wishing that today goes and he kinds of takes the medication and we don't need to go to the hospital, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I really need this sleep. My eyes are itching, oh my goodness. My brain, when it doesn't rest properly, it's like it's on fire, and I need to. Because even if they wake me, they come and tell me now that he has started, fortunately, he hasn't shown up and stuff like that. He just had a little running stomach, but I mean, that's expected probably with the medication and stuff. But if they come and tell me now, I would really just be like a ghost just dragging and dragging. But I need some sleep. Even if it's just 2 hours of sleep, I really need some sleep. So I just want to put this out there, because I know that I'm not alone. I know I talk to a lot of people, and I sometimes wonder, oh my goodness, is it the societal expectations and the pressure and the stuff that requires that people show up like, oh, they have it all figured out and stuff? And then sometimes you hear, somebody committed suicide, somebody left a note, somebody did this, somebody killed their own children, somebody. I'm like, oh, but we didn't see that coming. They didn't look like they had any problem. They had it all put together, a wonderful home and this and that. Oh, well, you know. And sometimes when you talk, some people come and say, must you say everything? What is that? Can't you keep your things to yourself? Can't you keep your home together? Deal with it. That's your bed. You made it. Lie on it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, well, at least now there are more avenues to express oneself. And some people like myself wouldn't shut up, wouldn't keep their things to themselves, And I know that there are people who are being inspired and motivated and encouraged from my sharing. And I myself feel liberated when I kind of like take it off my chest and just dump it there, release it to the universe and stuff like that. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. And then when you are a single mom or a single parent, there's like nobody you can, even if I write, I've written actually to their dad, but my hopes are, I don't have any hopes that he's going to reply today. I know there'll be a story why he didn't see it immediately, why he didn't reply everything, because it was like since morning that I wrote. I just do those things to kind of like just have a clean conscience that, okay, well, I let him know. Because, you might not let him know, and then someday something happens and be like, why didn't you tell me immediately, but once again, let me see whether he's going to respond or not. And sometimes for somebody to support you emotionally, it might not only be when something has happened. You can just once in a while say, hi, the kids, just checking in. Okay, you guys have a wonderful weekend or something. But it's still like there's so much bitterness, there's so much vindictiveness. Like 10 years later, somebody still wants to teach me a lesson. And so they neglect their own children, hoping that is punishing me. In the melee, the children themselves speak up all their anxiety and they're worried and they're thinking that they've done something wrong. It is so you can just imagine that when I am in this kind of a state, all kinds of things flood my mind, especially with regards to the marriage and the children and the stuff and my own childhood. And I'm like, oh God, help me. So, well, I'm grateful for angels on my part, those checking in and wishing me well, wishing us well. This particular son of mine, he's my lifeline. He's like my angel, because when I was pregnant with him, 5 months, I attempted suicide. That's how bad it was for me at that time. And he kicked me in the womb just as I lifted that knife. I can never forget that. And it comes back. It comes back, especially in times like this. So it's like I'm sick myself. I had to take something this morning, and I'm really hoping that I can rest and I can be strong and that he too is going to get better. We don't need to go to hospital. But if we need to go to hospital, he needs to take a drip or two or three. Then so be it. Okay, well, I did this without crying. I'm so grateful, Father. God bless me. God bless all mothers like myself. It is well with my soul.